morning, and thanks for tuning in to Level the Score. I'm your host, Gabby Kraniak, and with us today are two professional sports analysts, Chase Berlin and Grant Cheatwood. Stay tuned. After the break, we will discuss our first hot topic of the day. Welcome back. Recently in the news, James Harrison announced his possible return to the NFL. Immediately after, he was assigned a random drug test. My question for you guys is, do you think this was fair?
So it's an interesting question, but I don't think the NFL's drug testing policy is fair. I think it's a very flawed system, and I think Lawrence Taylor hit it right on the spot when he said back in the day that it's an infringement on human rights because we're not in control of our body when the NFL administers these random drug tests, and there's no probable cause for them doing so most of the time. So because of that, I don't think it's very fair.
Well, probable cause refers to the U.S. criminal justice system, not the NFL. And also, 2 years ago, the NFLPA Players Representatives voted to accept this new drug policy. You know, the NFL Players Association is made up of current and former players, and they voted to contractually agree to this.
It's true, but so I agree they voted for this, but the way the system's running right now isn't what they voted for. For example, Adam Vinatieri hits a 53-yard field goal in January 2015 in the playoffs. And at the time, I was 42 years old, longest field goal postseason in history for the Colts. And by the time he gets back to his locker room, there's a test in there. We want you to come fill out a drug test immediately after the game. So how can you explain to me how that is random, how that is fair?
I think you're using a post hoc fallacy because the NFL conducts hundreds of random drug tests a year. You're just focusing on one that correlates.
Okay, but what about this James Harrison? You know, Al Jazari recently comes out with, some people would say bogus statement about how he did HGH. Never was proven. And the NFL is taking that very seriously, and I guarantee that has a lot to do with this random drug test they're giving him. So it's like we're not, when an athlete makes a great play like Adam Vinatieri, we're not awarding them that. We're questioning whether or not. Maybe they cheated. It's not a great shot. We should be impressed. As a sports fan, we should be impressed by these guys. By James Harrison playing until he's 40 years old, 35 years old.
But how many drug tests do we not hear of?
We hear of a lot. I agree. I mean, you hear of guys like Adam Pacman-Jones. Should Adam Pacman-Jones be drug tested more often than a guy like Andrew Luck? Probably so, but how can you consider that a random drug test?
Great point, Chase. Grant, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, around 40% of U.S. workers are drug tested by their companies, and the NFL is an employer like those companies, and they want their employees to act a certain way. And if they don't want them doing drugs, then they should have that right.
All right, very good points from both of you. Do either of you have any closing thoughts on this?
I hope we can see the NFL become a little bit more like the Olympics. The Olympics, with the World Anti-Doping Agency, every Olympian gets tested after their match, and like you said, these companies, I believe every employee will get tested. I wish the NFL was more like that than doing their random drug tests where not everybody gets near drug tests as much as others. So I would just like to see the NFL take that issue on and hopefully fix it.
I wish that was the case, but that's a lot of resources for the NFL to drug test every single player after every game during the season. That's financially, I don't think that's a smart move for them.
Well, with that's the end of our debate. Great job, guys. Thanks for your input, and we'll hopefully see you guys next week.